Meri Brown's being called out again. This person posted on social media, "I'm on season 17. Why does she refuse to admit she had an affair?" She continues to say a situation with an online personality, etc., and make the situation seem like the catfishing was the entirety of what happened. You only got catfished because you were talking to another man. Am I wrong? Now, the whole thing is she got catfished by somebody who she thought was a man turned out to be a woman, but yet she still had sexual conversations with another person that wasn't the husband she married. We're going to get right into the comment section, okay? There was over 100 people, less than 24 hours, took to the comment section. Now, I want you to take to the comment section of this video right here and give your thoughts and opinions. The reason why we keep talking about the catfish situation, it happened a long time ago. But you got to admit, hello, that was a very serious situation. Meri cheated, allegedly. I mean, hell, I would call that cheating. If my man did that to me, hell no, that would be considered cheating. If he was over here sending dirty pictures and vulgar pictures and talking dirty and graphic sexual to another person, I don't care what sex the other person is, what gender, what they identify as, that would be considered cheating. And you know it would be in your book too. Okay, you cannot tell me, and I want you to tell me in the comments below, if you would let your partner, your spouse, your husband, your wife, would you let them talk to another person sexual and say that's not cheating? Okay, I'll guarantee gonna be nobody in the comments going, well, I don't think that's cheating. They probably will be nice since I said that, because people will argue with a brick wall. Like, you can't even make that make sense. Like, you don't respect your relationship if you talk to everybody else. Okay, now when they signed up for polygamy, it was the idea that Kody was going to be the one bringing in the extra wives, not the other wives. You know what I'm saying? So the agreement they had, that wasn't in Meri's agreement. Okay. Yet Meri stepped out. Meri chose to talk to somebody else sexual. Okay. It wasn't just a friendship. She talked sexual. I seen the pictures. You have too. We've talked about them over here. Meri sent pictures of herself, her face, with the banana shoved in her mouth and meant it in a sexual way. Okay. But yet Meri won't acknowledge it. And no, and we're not going to talk about it. A lie, we going to talk about it, child. That is serious. Okay. It's serious, and we're going to talk about it. I assume the following are possible thoughts. One, because Sam was fake, it doesn't count. Again, the intention that Meri had. Meri thought they was real. Because nothing physically happened, it doesn't count. And another thing, I heard voicemails where Meri says she was laying beside him. And they did meet up. I've seen pictures of them together. And you have too. They went to Disneyland. Remember that? Okay. I was set up to be humiliated and hurt, so it doesn't count. My marriage was already platonic and had 3 side pieces that I never wanted him to have, so it doesn't count. She agreed to that. Meri did. Meri's the one, remember, said Robyn will be good. Remember? Okay. Well, Kody sure as hell didn't say, hey, Meri, go find you somebody to text. It's way less humiliating to be the victim than address the banana picture and audio recordings. Thank you. Having to admit to yourself and the world that you lied about your marriage, you got catfished and lost your potential escape hatch. Your intimate sexual conversations weren't published for the world to read and hear. And you aren't the modest woman you wanted to portray yourself as. Thank you. I am giving standing ovation to this person right here. Dude, imagine how mortified you'd feel. I wouldn't claim it either, especially consider how her husband gaslit and pushed her into it by abandoning. Yes, Kody, you abandoned her and not having the decency to let her go. It's really sick, but it's not her fault. Now, I do want to say this. I want to bring up the fact that catfish happened over 10 years ago. Okay. I believe Kody and Meri were still good over 10 years ago. Kody and Meri didn't start distancing themselves with each other until Meri had the catfish. Again, we have got to talk about the facts. You got to talk about it. You got to acknowledge it. If you want these people to take accountability and acknowledge the stuff that we see, I'm going to need y'all to agree they need to take accountability over the catfish that I've seen. I seen it. I watched it. It was an early episode when they sat down as a family. Wasn't they in Hawaii? They was somewhere around the beach. Remember, they was on vacation. They sat down around the table and they was talking about it. That's when Kody and Meri got distant. And do you blame him? Now, that's one thing I don't blame him for. But anyway, I look at it like this. If this person, Sam, she was talking to had been legit and an actual man who he portrayed to be, she likely would have left the whole family to be with him. She was definitely in a fair territory, despite no physical contact. If you wouldn't act, say, do, behave in a certain way in front of your spouse, you shouldn't be doing it behind their back. Thank you. She kept this secret because it was illicit. Two things can be true. She was having an affair and she got catfished. At the end of the day, though, I understand completely and sympathize with her as to why she didn't. Don't blame her for doing it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't she try to meet the guy in person, but he sent his friend instead, which turned out to be the catfish lady? For some reason, it seems like she went to Disneyland. Yes, and apparently Meri was laying in bed with somebody too, because Meri on the voicemail, if you remember, said when we were laying here together. Oh yeah, she said it, not me. And when you read the messages and listen to the voicemails, Meri was ready to move in with this man because he looks so much hotter than Kody and is better at everything. I feel like this is proof of just how sheltered these women are. A lot of teenage girls could read what the catfish was saying in side eye. The fully grown women saw not a single red flag. These religions grown women for abuse and exploitation. Can we not just call people ignorant if that's the way they behave? You got to stop making excuses for grown-ass people and the decisions they make. And I said what I said. I do not get a pass for the decisions I make in life. You don't get a pass, and neither does Meri. Period. These people were not in a religious cult. We've watched them on TV since 2010. 15 years we've watched them. Have they ever looked like they've been in a cult to you? No. Thank you. Some people might be, but these people are not. So do not feel sorry for people who literally are not going through this stuff. Katie Joy is ruining people and the way they think because she's the one that has said, oh, they're in a cult. They're traumatized. Boo-boo, I've watched them for 15 years and they don't look or act or portray very traumatized. They're living their best lives. Obviously, living in $1 million homes, driving Mercedes, doing whatever the hell they want to do, cussing, having sex. I mean, come on now, girl. These people are not, and they're doing it on national television. Is that a cult? Hell no. Anyway, somebody got to keep it real. That's why I'm here. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new. Seriously, at best, it was an emotional online affair. I love how people just make excuses for people when they do wrong. Like, y'all probably don't even know this lady. You over here like, well, it's okay. She didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so go ahead and keep that same energy when your man is talking to another woman and when you finally read the messages that he's been sending to another woman. Go ahead and keep that same energy, please. You know they won't. I'm not reading this about like the taking up for Meri. It is complicity. That's what it is to me. It turned out to be humiliating for everyone, me included. It was embarrassing to even talk about. I was embarrassed for Meri. She was, oh Lord, now they're talking about she was so abused. Well, I wish Sam would have been real. I think that's what she was trying to do, was find a love to come and rescue her and move out to where Sam had lived. And if he were real and Sam were legit, Meri would have been long gone before the Flagstaff moved. And she still hasn't admitted to it to this day. Yet she got the nerve, oh, this is a good one, to sell that worthy up scam. Yes, we know Kody abandoned her and she didn't have a great relationship with the other wives and some of the other kids. That's on her too. But she did cheat. We've all seen the type of stuff she was sending Jackie. And she also went to meet Sam. There was no doubt that she would have left the family if he would have been real. And I honestly wouldn't have blamed her. But stop with the loyalty crap. I need to know what y'all are thinking on this. Did Meri cheat? Do you consider it an affair? Would you consider it if your partner done it? Okay, ladies, I'm laughing because I already know you wouldn't. So don't even play me as a fool. I am not Boo Boo the Fool. But I'm going to tell you something. If you find messages in your man's phone, email, or anywhere, if you find out your man has been talking sexual to another person that wasn't you, excuse me, that you wouldn't consider that cheating, don't be ridiculous right now. Please don't. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell besides subscribe. Make sure it's set to all.